think like everybody else. We think what was really great, what was okay, and what we did not like at all. The pros. Number one, everything is beautiful around. Beaches, towns, marinas. You saw this beauty in our videos. Number two, very interesting and unique wildlife. Number three, the water. The water has amazing color and it is very, very warm. And of course, number four, a lot of things to do and to see.
Of course, it is Florida and one of the major tourist destinations in the United States, so that means that there's lots to do. Everywhere you look, there are museums like the Salvador Dali Museum. There are great, beautiful, interesting beaches. There are shops, restaurants, any kind of shopping you might conceivably want. Cities of every size, and just lots of things, attractions, tourist things, and things for people of all types to do everywhere you look.
And of course, people in Southwest Florida are really nice. Even my husband and I joked that here in Florida we had more guests on our boat than we have in our house in Washington State. The cons. And we think for us number one was intense heat and humidity.
What really surprised us, considering that we have lived in Kentucky and in Georgia, South Carolina area, where it gets very, very hot, and then of course the deserts of New Mexico, was how much the intense heat and humidity of Florida that we experienced affected us. Just how intense and how oppressive it can be if you're not used to it. Keep in mind that we've been living the last several years in the Pacific Northwest, where there is no humidity and a hot day is not really very hot at all. Now, if you compare that to Florida, even during this trip, which was early in the summer, if you compare it to Florida, there's just no comparison. The heat was overpowering. You could take a shower, walk outside, and you were instantly in a situation before you, just like before you ever got in the shower. So that was really something to deal with, and it does take energy from you, and it is something that you have to account for and watch out for if you're out in it too much.
Number 2, shallow water.
Before we ever left for this trip, I had studied the charts pretty extensively. I actually spent a lot of hours with them, and I knew that we were going to be encountering a lot of really shallow water. But when you get there, the reality of it is just something different altogether. It is so shallow, and they're along the intracoastal waterway parts of the area. It is just so easy to run aground and requires so much vigilance that it is a major factor to consider, and it makes traveling in the interior part where the ICW is less fun on a sailboat. Now, of course, the really shallow water doesn't affect power boats to nearly the extent that it does to sailboats. Now, having said that, sailing in Tampa Bay is just great, and once you get outside into the Gulf, it's even better, with plenty of depth of water. Even though it's only 25 feet or so, 2 or 3 miles offshore, that's still plenty even for a big sailboat. So it depends on where you are, but the ICW is not the most fun for a sailboat.
And number 3, the Southwest Florida water has lots of ocean seats, especially rivers and ICW, intracoastal waterway. It is very bad for boat, and we had some problems with the boat because of this.
So, will we be back, or will we sail again in Southwest Florida? Well, neither of us have ever sailed anywhere where we didn't have just a great time, and so in that sense, of course we'd go back. It's beautiful and it's a great place, but the world is full of interesting places to go sail, and we want to go to as many of them as we possibly can. So this one's got to go to the back of the list now for a while, and we'll see you soon at the next one.
And our next video will be about boating in France, Canal de Midi. It will be just fascinating. You don't want to miss it. So subscribe, and we will see you very, very soon.